Welcome back to the morning show, and we're still here with Dr. Oleolo. Yes, and we're going to be talking about, well, it's the segment Our Take, where we talk about different things, but today we're talking about diets. So there are all sorts of like Atkins and keto and
there's this juice
there's
and there's
one
just all sorts of
juice that Beyonce drinks, and there's one green thing. And I mean, first of all, we've established that there's sugar in fruits. People that go on juice cleanses, they do like 7 days and they're drinking bananas and pineapples and strawberries and all of that. Is that healthy?
It's got its benefit, but it is not healthy, because when you were mentioning your diets, the one diet that you left out, I'm sure I heard Atkins, keto, but I didn't hear balanced. So that's the one that that's the one that's
a good one.
yeah.
That's a good one.
So that's the one that we all need to do.
Right.
And okay, so within the realms of a balanced diet, can you, if you aim to lose weight, can you lose some weight? Yes, you can. But the way to do that is to reduce your portion sizes. So for example, if you're like me and you're good at going 3 wraps of pounded yam is nothing, then maybe you want to try 1.5.
You really like pounded yam.
I do.
You really like pounded yam.
I do.
Okay.
So reducing that a little bit at a time, and then combining it with increased exertion. So when we talk about exercise, we're not talking about going to the gym and going crazy. Walking briskly during your lunch break, for example, for 15 minutes in one direction and back would be good exercise, because that's what the body is designed to do. The body is not designed to run on a treadmill. That's the truth. Nor is the body designed to lift 20-kilogram weights.
You're breaking many hearts right now.
I was going to say
Some
that,
people
but I
are
look
flexing
good
in
and
front
I
of the
feel
mirror.
good when I look good. I mean, just again, you talked about our sedentary lifestyle. So I don't have time to do anything else. So all I have, for example, in the morning is maybe 1 apple. I mean, it's not like I'm that skinny anymore. But like, and then for lunch, I just have maybe a piece of chicken. And for dinner, maybe I just drink water. But doesn't that kind of commiserate with what you have said about me having the sedentary lifestyle and then me ensuring that my intake is not so much? And then I look good, I'm slim, I'm happy at size 8, well, which I'm not at the moment. But what's really more important, the way we look or the way we really are on the inside?
I think both are important. The way you look is important for your psychological well-being, because if you look like a blob, then you may feel like a blob. So the way we look is important, but what we're like on the inside is probably far more important, because that's what dictates what we're at risk of. So the fact that a person's all slim doesn't necessarily mean that their cholesterol, for example, is not high. The slimness may just be a genetic thing. So back to the example that you've given. Now, if there is somebody who actually has an apple for breakfast, 2 slices of chicken for lunch, and a cup of tea now I'm going to say that that's pretty much a 0-calorie diet, because there's almost nothing in that, and eventually,
kind of.
Like, your plate has literally nothing on it.
But while that's a useful thing to do, for example, would be, say, for example, you had a very small portion of porridge in the morning. When I say small, I mean a small cereal bowl. That would give you enough calories to get you through to lunchtime. At lunchtime, you have a sensible amount of rice, some chicken, maybe 1 or 2 pieces of fruit, piece of fish, some vegetables. That lasts you till supper or till dinner, and at night you have probably your lightest meal of the day. So the general rule is eat like a king at breakfast, prince at lunch, and like a poor parent.
But Doc, still back to this fat diet, because I mean we really have to, because it's really big. At least in Lagos, I know it's really big. Can I do it for like 2 months and then go back to my balanced diet after 2 months?
Okay, so let me give you an extreme example. In diabetes, there is what we call a low-calorie diet, and so the average caloric intake of someone my size would be about 2,500 kilocalories. And if I was that big, they would say take 800 calories, which is the equivalent of a third of what I should have. But they wouldn't put you on that for a long time, forever.
Okay, so I can do it for a short period
You
of
can
time.
do it for a short period, but the question is, in food, you've also got other things apart from the calories. You've got the nutrients, and where are those coming from? You talked about, when we looked at the news item about pregnant ladies.
Yeah, deficiency in something.
Yeah. You begin to get deficiencies, and the problem is, if a person's not eating for a very long time, when they go back to a normal diet, if they've depleted their stores of certain things, that in itself can create problems. So, I go back to the simple answer is we need to eat regular meals, go for smaller portion sizes, and exercise that little bit more.
Yeah, that's true. Now, this diet fable about if you eat little portions about 7 times a day, it's better than eating 3 large portions.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Is that accurate?
Again, it's down to the caloric content, the amount of energy or the amount of calories in each portion. So if somebody eats their, say, 800 3 times, it gives them 2,400, and somebody says, oh, no, I'll just go for small, 500 7 times. That's 3,500.
Sometimes it's just a myth.
It's not a myth.
It's
It's
just portion
about
control.
reducing the portion size.
Portion
So yes, you can eat more times if that's what works for you, but it means really much smaller meals.
Okay, so
really
any final
much.
words for us before we end the show today?
Well, I think people should take responsibility for their health, especially in a country like this where healthcare is not widely available and very expensive, and therefore your diet is important, exercise is important, and regular screening. So consider a yearly health check, at least from above the age of 40.
All right, thank you
Thank
so
you very much for having
much for this. We really do appreciate your time with us. So that brings us to the end of the morning show today. Thanks once again to our guests, Dr. M. Oleolo, and to you for watching. I'm Labo Daniel.
And I'm Toyosi Phillips from my entire team here in Lagos. Goodbye.